And we are going. What's going on with everybody? It's your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged. And I got someone on the other line, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Who we got here today?
What's up, man? I'm Theophilus, London. Right now, I'm in Los Angeles in my workspace. Yeah,
Hey man, how you doing today, bro?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Hey man, if you ever see me swatting shit, we just had a hurricane here yesterday. It's like
Oh, word.
flies
Damn.
and shit coming in the crib. You know what I'm saying, man? This shit is a goddamn jungle. So excuse me if you see me doing this while you talking. I ain't telling you to shut up or nothing. I'm just getting these flies out the way, man. But yeah, man. You said you're LA right now.
Yep.
How the weather is out there?
The weather is great. That's why I'm always here. It's either the only downside about it is it doesn't rain that much, so the plants get less watered. But I love the beaches. I love the weed, the women. I love to create here.
Where are you from originally?
I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. I lived in Brooklyn my entire life.
So comparing New York to LA, I went to New York last year for the first time for a very very short time. I didn't really get to experience it. Is this like a major culture shift? Culture shift, excuse me, going from New
Oh
York to
yeah,
LA?
definitely. There's definitely a major culture shift from New York to LA, and that's just, I guess, due to less Caribbean people out here. Um, but there's a few, like my shout out to my guy, Foreigner. He invited me to Carnival to Banca, and that was amazing. It was about 60 to 70 women all half naked, dressed up in masquerade, celebrating our culture, and that was beautiful to be a part of. I actually got a new single coming out July 21st called Trinity Boy Summer, and I'm excited to show people what my childhood was like, and what my adulthood is going to be like.
Nah, for sure. I mean, the way you talking about LA, I feel like you might enjoy Florida because that's where I'm from. You like Florida at all? Because I mean, you got the nice weather, you got
Yeah,
the
no.
Caribbean
As,
people.
as soon as I land in Florida, you feel that humid, amazing weather that our ancestors enjoyed, and I love Miami. Miami is tight. I love Florida too. I drove down to Fort Lauderdale. I've been a lot of other places just in Miami, but I enjoyed every time. Like my ancestors are used to hot climates. There you go.
For sure. I mean, thrive in the hot weather, man. I say only thing that white people are superior is with weather. Like they do not care about if it's cold. I've seen white people with no shirt on when it's snowing, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they got going on. But none of that in Florida. It is beautiful down here. So yeah, man. Shout out to that great weather. I guess to kind of backtrack to start from square one with me on how I even discovered you. This was
Right, right.
I don't know, years ago, very, very long time ago when you first started popping off or whatnot. And I would always tap into to what you had. And I would say like past couple years, I kind of got lost out of what you was doing. But last year, I seen you drop the that you just had back there, the Bebey album. Is that the vinyl back there? That was.
Oh yeah. It's a vinyl. Yeah, I can go get one. Oh, excuse me.
No, yeah, yeah, for sure. And I remember checking that out, and yeah, man, I've been re-tapped into what you got going on, and I feel like you on the. That's fire right there. That's fire right there. Is that autograph? It's fire.
That's the vinyl.
I never seen the back. That's hard with the lips.
Yes. Yeah, it's the back. Yep.
No, that's hard. That's hard. And I feel
Yeah.
like listening to what you got going on right now, I feel like you might be on the cusp of something like crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to interview you because I feel like you got even the art style. You feel me? Like, what's going on with
Yeah,
that?
and that's coming back. Like, it doesn't matter who I'm dating. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter what I smell like. It doesn't matter who my mom is, how much money she made. It matters about the art, what's in my brain, what's in my soul, and that's why I do. Everyone's on notice that make space for me again. Um, this new album is incredible.
Well, before we get to the music, you brought up something I was gonna bring up later, but I'll bring it up now. I was reading a Complex interview, I think the one you did last year, and you was saying that you kind of got mixed. It was a point in your career where you was the fashion nigga, like they was oh that's fashion boy Theophilus or whatever, and I felt like I think you were saying that you got tired of going to a fashion show for 5 minutes and be like, hey, I'm with Bella Hadid or I'm with insert person or whatever. I guess what was the moment where you felt like this facade is just not for me, like the faint, like being up and you know what I'm saying, being in the scene, like was there a moment, was there a realization, like what made you come to that point?
Yeah, a bunch of realizations, man. That's a great question. Great statements. Um, I had to learn. Like they say, live and learn. But go towards what lights your fire. And I was skinny. I was tall. I could fit anything, and designers, the first thing they make is sample size. They're just like artists. It's like spitting a hot 16 or having a dope album out. That's their catwalk. But yeah, I was fashion sample size, and it's funny. My first fashion show was Lanvin, and I see them back again. Offset the ads, like the new sneakers, like Young Lord's wearing, and Travis Scott, blah blah blah. Fashion is booming again, as it should, as is music. But I remember being asked to be a part of the Lanvin show, and I was happy. But then I found out my importance was they just needed a black guy that is a rapper, somewhat well known, and has good style, and I fit that profile. So it wasn't about that they knew my mom or they knew about me or my music. They just said, okay, he's in the press. Okay, he's a black guy. Okay, he raps. Okay, he fits the mold. Kanye West couldn't make it. Literally, Kanye couldn't make it. So they chose me. And I don't know if Chris Brown couldn't make it either, or that wasn't an option. I'm not sure. Shout out to Chris Brown. But yeah, so that's how I got my start. And then I was like, man, this thing is quick. It's like 2 minutes for something that's so much of importance, so much money spent on this shit, and there's only like a 1 minute show, 2 minutes, But then I started to get it. The more and more people think I know about fashion so much. No, that was my first introduction. Beside the fact that I'm African and I'm black, and we just love fashion. Other than that, I started to go through it. I started to become friends with designers. I got invited to Kanye's Donda's fashion show, which I couldn't go to. One of my ex-girlfriends really wanted me to come back home. She was kind of jealous, and I made the choice. But I got those 2 invitations. I started going to the Chanel shows. Then I started to go into the Chanel couture shows. Couture means that it's not ready to wear. Means that each dress starts at $100,000. Means that princesses and dames alike only shop for the couture. But yeah, and then I started to realize I'm just a look, and there's another kid that's gonna have a single out next year, and he's gonna be the look, and then be the look, and then be the look. And also with the models, there's a girl being born in Nora right now that's gonna take Bella Hadid's spot ASAP. So it's not a space that my music is loved, and it saves lives, and you can relate it to that barbecue dance, or you having a breakup and it helped healed you, seals or whatever it may have you. I didn't get that type of shit. It was fickle. Kanye loved the fact that he saw me in those magazines wearing Jordans. That meant I had some type of assertiveness. Like, yo, I'm not putting on those fucking church shoes. I don't care what designer made them shits. I'm wearing my Jordans, and I'm wearing this hat. This is my personal thing to me. I was like, I'll be in y'all space, but I want to still keep me as an artist. People thought I was a model.
Yeah.
I heard dumb girls say that shit all the time. Not dumb girls, but misinformed girls say that all the time. And guys, that I'm a model. I'm not a model. I just was sample size. But I was also to not downplay that. I was one of the first kids that GQ and XXL wants to talk about. Music and fashion wasn't that, because fashion was music in the sense that Jay-Z's white tee was fashion, or Yup in my white tee was fashion, or Soulja Boy was fashion, or Lauryn Hill, Andre 3000 was fashion. They borrowing from us. So it wasn't a thing where like some kid was coming up having that type of sense already, if you know what I mean. So then ASAP Rocky comes, then Travis Scott comes, and then now it's normalized, But I was one of those first kids rocking the Chanel granny look and like being like booed off stage because the hip hoppers was like, why this nigga wearing skinnies, or why he's shopping, blase, and then shout out to Kanye and Pharrell for breaking in the doors for us. But yeah, man. So to answer your question, that realization hit me that I'm not needed in this shit. I'm gonna make this shit smaller. I'm gonna support my friends in this shit. 3, I'm only gonna go to my friends' shows. 4, I'm not trying to blow up. I don't need to be in a photo for a minute or post Vogue shot, like be happy and like make them get more hot. Like I'm back in the community, in the black community, and that's just my answer to that.
Well,
Sorry, I was so long.
no, you're fine. Before I continue, you might want to like turn around because I think the light is like making like
Okay,
everything
cool. Yeah,
dark
I didn't
over
want to
here.
see my face.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But uh, yeah. So to comment on that, I feel like it's a double-edged sword with you because, like you say, you are a person that I feel like could be. I mean, look at you. I mean, nigga, bro, if I put on overalls, I like an idiot, bro. You feel me? Like not any nigga just put on overalls. I mean, like I feel like the double-edged sword is like you gotta look. You're like a tall, dark skinned brother. You look like Bol with bars. And I feel like people want to see that. And I feel like the good side of that is, like you said, you can blend into cultures with fashion, hip hop, and be on GQ, be on Double XL, and that's crazy. But I do think the other side, what kind of got to you was you just don't want to be the next standing Negro, almost like a mannequin. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you're eventually going to get older, and they're going to want that new young look. Where you feel me? What you said? Is some white girl finna be born that's going to replace Bella Hadid with the quickness or
Right,
whatnot. So
right, right,
same
right,
thing with
right.
you. It's going to be some next Caribbean person. They gonna be, oh, he got the look too. So it's like you have more to offer than that. You have a lot of creativity. You have a lot of ideas. Like your music is interesting to me because you're not afraid to try things. Like it's things that you try that personally is like that's not for me, but I
Right, right.
appreciate that you even tried that for the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like it might work with somebody else. So I respect the fact that you try. You feel me? Like you're not afraid to throw something at the wall and just see if it sticks or whatnot. Is that correct for me to
Right.
assume that?
No, man, that's 1,000% right. And that was just me growing, and I appreciate you being honest and saying that. That was just me growing. I I was young in a space where there's not a lot of people trying new things. I mean, you get records once in a while, like you get a Playboy Cardi or you get a Rocky, and he titles it Testing. People, we're as artists, we became so scared to just like have that moment in our lives because our lives are just so looked at on Twitter and Facebook and whatever else, and there's information to be spoken about, and that's great because as a fan, I like that too. I wish that was around for when I was taking the music, but I can imagine all these festivals, all this content. Like the kids today are lucky, this fast way to Spotify, this fast way to Apple Music, Tidal. The kids today are lucky. We didn't have that access to our favorite artists. We had to go to the music store. We had to go. I had to take in like Kanye's energy. Like I'm having this conversation. Like you're having it with me. I'm looking at the CD. I'm saying, okay, that's what he put there. He approved that. Oh, Jay-Z was a part of this. Okay, who did that song? And so with that being said, it's a little tougher to be judged right away. I mean, to get to someone who I just got that out of my head. Like I don't care what comment comes up or whatever. I mean, some things hit home with people, but for a while, it wasn't no wall with the internet. It was like, oh shit, this is like real life. Like if somebody comes up to me in the street and makes a comment, I'm gonna feel the need to fucking comment back. But I had to make the realization as a man and as an artist and as an entity, a brand that like this is normal. Like if I was a bot, like I wouldn't be able to feel or be emotional or emphasize with whatever's being said. Don't let that be able to judge. Like I love what Tyler the Creator's doing. Some people might not like it, and they're gonna tell him that. Like if he reads that and feels affected by that, then I won't enjoy the album as much as I'm enjoying it. So like we're all getting smarter. I really don't care what people are saying or what the input is now. And I'm kind of losing focus on what the question is because I just get to have a conversation.
I was just about to say, I low key was like, I wonder if he's gonna be super quiet in this interview, and I'm glad you're talking. You feel me? Like, this is the whole point. Like, I want my interviews
Oh
to feel
yeah,
like
so
a
you
really
were saying
conversation.
like some
Yeah,
things might not be for you. So yeah,
yeah.
like I said, I was just trying different things out. When I heard it myself, I'm just happy about how courageous my younger self was to put out just like those type of records. I'm like listening like nah, these records are not gonna work. But I wasn't doing it for that. Like I wasn't doing it with a fucking like I was a fucking industry plant, and my label was trying to make it seem that I'm indie. But really, I got millions and millions of dollars behind me. I can name out like at least 5 artists that are out right now that are industry plants. Not that it matters. Hey, I'm an industry, CEO type of guy myself. I like those little experiments. But the thing is, I'm not that. I've always was the one that I didn't keep the lights on. I'm not a Jason Derulo or Chris Brown. I'm more so like I give the label cool points. Like, Theophilus London, you guys are cool. Or you got him signed, and you got, what the fuck, that's cool. So therefore, I didn't have my moment yet. I didn't have that overnight success. I'm not a G-Eazy, or I'm not a insert rapper here where I had my overnight success. And that, you know, my story is my story. And I didn't even reach top 10 yet. So all those experiments was just to see, just to try. Some things stuck, like people love I Stand Alone. That was like a world international hit. Some people, like Tizo, he told me, Tizo Touchdown, he's like, man, Last Name London came on MTV2. I was like, whoa, and that's like he's probably like 14 years old. Who knows how old he is, but look at him now. And just those things. I'm happy I threw different things out there. Even with my style was transforming. People like New York Times wrote about Theophilus in Hasidic Jew hats. You know what I'm saying? Jewish hats, excuse me, not Hasidic Jewish hats. And I was like, okay, yeah, because I did get that shit from a Hasidic store. You know what I'm saying? Like being in Williamsburg. So from that, then to me, finding out about the Borsalinos, the Italian styles, Michael Jackson's cowboy phase. I had my cowboy phase. And then that shit became a trend. People, when Pharrell finally wore a hat again at the Grammys, I believe, then Vivienne Westwood, blah, blah, blah. But I've been holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So I started, as much as, people probably don't like my fashion trends either. Sometimes I hate what I created. Like, man, this kid walking down the street in this, bright yellow pants and a wide brim hat, he definitely knows my music. You know what I'm saying? Like did I create a monster? Because this is not how you do it. It's really for performance art. I'm a performer at heart. I'm an entertainer. Even if I'm on Instagram, I'm performing. That's a stage, until I get on a real stage. But yeah, so even the Off-White campaign was a stage. So, so I applaud it, but I feel like that stage of me is over. And I'm at the stage where I'm just trying to hit that Steph Curry shot from half court, knowing that that's what I practice, and it's going to go in.
I know exactly what you mean about, I guess, seeing somebody they're a fan, because I think Tyler, the creator, is a very fashionable guy, but his fans dress like pure dog shit. Like, I've seen a lot of them,
by the way, I'm not agreeing with this. But I'm listening. Go ahead.
Hey, Tyler Creator can dress. His fans completely just astronomically dog doo-doo. I've seen them put together things.
Why would you say that?
I would say because I think that they see what he has on and they try to put it together, but not everybody. Just like I said, if I had on the painter's thing that you have on right now, look like an idiot, like a jackass. And that's what I think when they try to recreate Tyler, it's like, let Tyler do that and just let him, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That one of them type
things. I mean, hey, it's like Michael Jackson, we don't want to look like him, man. He had to take the weight of that on his shoulders, that every black motherfucker wanted to be like him. Not every black motherfucker is disappointed by his decisions. Like, it's just crazy. So, I unless we were in Tyler's shoes, I wouldn't know. But yeah, man, Tyler's crazy. So, he's going to create and entice the craziness in people, and we get affected by it. The Beehive is crazy. That's why I don't have any of that shit. I don't have any of that. It's like, walk around, do your thing. Like, here's a new Theo song. Like, okay, that fanfare, it comes with serious work. Like Travis Scott to Frank Ocean to Tyler to Beyonce to Rihanna. They have those people behind them because those people are thoroughly inspired by what they have heard, what they have seen, how they have been inspired, and they are religious. It's like Jesus. They are religiously endowed and forever indebted to that artist. And that's amazing. That's amazing. But like I said, it can get crazy.
Well, you said something interesting talking about, I guess, being with all these different cultures with the Hasidic Jews and picking up things like that. And I've also heard you talk about being for the black community. Being in that fashion world and being sometimes even the music world, but more so the fashion world because it is so, I guess, white dominated. Did you feel yourself being removed from, did you feel yourself removed from the black community at all?
Oh, most definitely, man. I've been speaking to my people about this for a while, and I say my people, my internal team. Yes, I feel like I was a part of the problem, as well as the more shows I played coming from Flatbush, Brooklyn. The more shows I played, the more the crowd has gotten predominantly white, and that has started to bother me a lot. It's funny, one of my ex-girlfriends from a long time ago was just like, yo, you're dancing different. Are you dating a white girl? You know what I'm saying? No offense to anybody. But it's you know what I'm saying? The more I was moving further and further away from the melanin, I was moving further and further away from just what makes my chakras open up the most, and that's being around the black community. I started out there, to go around the world and see what I've seen. You see less and less black people.
Mm.
Or if you do see black people, they're very guarded. They're very like keep the codes to themselves, and I don't like that. But it wasn't the fact that I was trying to stay away from the black community. It was the fact that the higher and higher I got up, it was less and less of us up there. So like it was most like I'm representing us, you know. But then even that gets twisted and stuff, and you got to be careful what you say because we were all part of the problem. So this is an education phase. It's not like let's crucify someone.
Yeah.
Let's educate them, and if they're still ignorant, then fuck them. But at least we tried because we need each other. So yeah, black Afro punk. I seen it that it's possible. I seen Theophilus photos on its Instagram. It's possible. There's a lot of black communities thriving. It's possible. So I just found my way back home. I started in 2017 with this, and I came across Francis Bebey in the Hamptons. I saw the album cover. It was like it's not even on iTunes, this album, but I got to get the name is in French. He was definitely in Paris, killing it at this time in his life, probably in the 70s. It was a black woman, a painting of a black woman with blonde pigtails, and I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna scrap everything I've been doing and let me play this. Played it. I heard what is my single today, which I named it Bebey, but his is a French name, and he's just talking over this beat. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and I made it a hip hop banger, like just a nice dancey island jam. And that started it for me. That started my communication, my reaching back out to the black community. This is the first steps I'm gonna take. I'm gonna sample black music, African music. I did that. I sampled a bunch. I started learning about more artists, more photographers. You know, like Malik Sabide. I sat down. I moved to Rhode Island. I left New York because I left the Babylon, all the partying, all the bullshit, all the indulging. Moved to somewhere quiet like Rhode Island, and I met some great kids. They would carpool me back to New York to go to the studio to work on Bebey. You know, I had E and Isaiah and Aki Mooch helping me write, Akeem Smith, helping me write Pretty, you know, from the Leduja sisters, you know, which I found out from Deb Hines that they don't let nobody sample their music. So, like, you have to wait outside till they come downstairs from their apartment to ask them. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? It was a trip reaching out to Francis Bebey's family. You know, they were very standoffish at first. People thought I was trying to plagiarize. Yeah. I just didn't want to share my influences for the Bebey family yet, or the Bebey, the influence, because that's giving away the whole shit. I'm like, listen to it, figure out who this guy is, what this story is, and see that I'm bringing something back to life. But, you know, all my original lyrics and stuff. But, yeah, we had some lawsuits here and there with the off-white shit, you know, because I get out of hand. I want to make things bigger than they are. I'm like, all right, these kids want to buy diamonds and shit. Fuck it. You know what? My single is Bebey. The remix Bebey with gigs on it from the UK. The label is going to be called My Baby Records. You know, I'm going to do a collection with Off-White that has the Bebey woman on there. So they would have to see the album if they didn't listen to it yet. You know, all these things, I was just like... Yeah. Just dumbing out on the be creative, bringing all the black women on the cover, going back to hair, which is our tradition, just loving the parts of our culture that is the best things. And this album, I did it independently on my own, struggled to put it together. Got Tame Impala part of it. Lil Yachty was begging to be on it, you know, and that's my guy. Shout out to him, great young kid. I've been looking at him the same way I've been looking at Tizo. You know, I just like it's the same way when A$AP Rocky came up. You know, I'm older than these guys. I've been in the game longer than these guys. Same when I seen Tyler coming up. Like I feel that same energy and his presence, and I just push him and push him. That's what I can say about that. That if you look at my page now, it's not an intent. It's just black art. I'm a black man. I'm living black art. Finally, like I was a part of the problem, but no more. I paid attention. I've had the conversations within my group intimately, and we have made the change. It's not hard at all. Employing black people, it's not a thing that you have to go out your way to do. It's now something that's natural for me, and I know that it could be natural for others. So, yeah.
Well, two things about what you just said. One, 2 thumbs up on the art direction. Like I said, definitely a big fan of what you're doing with the Bebey type of art.
Let's go. While you talk about this, let's show them the art direction.
For sure, yeah. I mean, like I said, I love. I mean, black women, very important. I love the lips and just the simple things, like you said, the hair. You know, just things of that and fire right there. Oh, I see a she right behind the strap.
Heavy $5,000 worth of chains and boots, all alike, just to match my style. You know, all these guys doing Jordans. I'm like, yo, let me do my own signature, and that's what it is. Or you know, like getting her art across Japan. You know,
Mm,
uh, it's like cause, you know, fucking it up.
that's hard.
Yeah, man, and just getting like all the art direction on. You see black women, all of it, without saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the next 5 years, people who just like be wanting to buy my music collection. You know, I'm pretty sure just
Well,
like try to own it because like I'm just gonna go all the way in.
I want to specifically get into some music, but
Cool.
I do got to throw this out there because it's something that I
Cool.
realized the other day. Um, this is my I take this as fact. It's something I realized the other day. I was on this young black dude page, and I was like, man, this is an interesting weird fella right here. I was like, this dude
Right.
just seemed I don't know about him. So I realized that he ain't have no black women on his page. I don't even think he followed any black women, and it came to
Right.
my realization that a lot of the young weird niggas that we know, niggas that would be classified as coons, don't have any black women in their life. So that's just something to take,
Right.
man. We need black women in our life, man. You know, so
Yes.
if you don't have any,
Yeah.
go get some, man, because
Yeah, yeah, good
it's
statement, man. Yeah, I mean,
it's
and it's
important.
not even on no funny shit. It's just our mothers are black, you know.
Yeah,
Like, why are we running away from it? It's like, but the thing is, too, a lot of us are dealing with trauma. Like, I was at my brother IDK's listening party last night, and he was like, "Yeah, I had got a therapist, man, and no one's asking us questions like, let's go back to that moment that's making you so angry."
mm,
Let's go back to that moment that's making you, you know, become a toxic male or like being involved in toxic masculinity and all these different things. Like, what did you see as a child that fucked you up that you don't want to get? You know what I'm saying? And you start crying. It's like, you know, sunken place shit for real. But we don't got nobody dealing with us. But trust me, all those other races, they got those therapists in their family at
yeah,
young ages. Like they dealing. Oh man, Tommy has a spirit on him. They helping Tommy out.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you see the Conjuring and all of that. Half of us don't even call the priest. You just gonna lock your little child in the basement and be
hmm
like, "Oh, he's no." We got a human heart is one of the most desirable things. It's God, you know. It's who we pray to. So why do we banish it? Why do we enslave it? It's God.
man.
We are a creation of God.
That's a fact. I just that's funny. I just did this thing on my YouTube where I basically had this therapist literally like a couple days ago do like a therapy session with me on camera, and that was kind of something that was interesting to me. And then for hope for other young black people to see that because you know how certain black people look at therapy, like, man, that shit weird, that shit too, you
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right.
I did that.
Exactly. That's just fear.
Yeah,
That's just a little fear.
yeah.
I love us. That's just fear. We never had it. Keep going.
Well, no, I was just about to say I did that for hopefully if a young
Yep.
black person that need that they see that and they'll be like, damn, like this ain't too bad. You feel me? Like this ain't what I
Exactly.
thought it would be. So
Exactly.
yeah, man, yeah. Hopefully one day we can get in a better place. But
Yeah.
hey, what's bringing us in a better place is good music, and that's what I want to talk about, man.
Cool.
I want to start off with probably my favorite beat ever made by you, bro. Just it's just too good to me. Uh, honestly, now that I think about it, I don't even know if you made this beat, but you let me know. The song in general, love it. It's understood. It's on the I Want You tape. Is that you?
No, that's Hudson Mohawk on
Hud-
the track.
Bro, Hudson Mohawk was crazy. The way you,
This is before Blood. This is before Blood on the Leaves. This is like 2009. Me touring in the UK when no other black artist, and I came from America, was touring in the UK like that. Not even Lil Wayne. He was the hottest rapper alive. So yeah, I got my little Kanye. Kanye been out there with his stuff, blah blah blah. But yeah, man, I was out there with Hudmo, you know. Yeah, he came over to my studio with a big computer, like a Windows desktop with like the big ass old school like CD burner thing, and like he's like, "This is where my beats are." I'm like, "Great, load up, dude. I'm in the other room writing. Load up in this room," and that's how I made those mixtapes. Understood? Well, yeah, that was great, and it was just my consciousness of like what I'm dealing with, like on text or like my fantasy mind. Like I had so many different minds, and you know, a very much alcohol free, drug free, you know, like an industry free mind. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So like that was like I love that you brought that up. That's a lot of real people fuck with that song. Like a lot of like people that's mentioned that, it's been like the people like you. So that's what's up.
Nah, that bro, the beat, the way you was flowing on that, I mean, I feel like it's perfect with the with just the Let me be understood. Dun, dun,
Mm-hmm.
dun, dun. That's that fire right now, man. That's definitely one of my all time favorites. And I feel like just in general, I feel like you're known for some good features. You feel me? Like even with the baby, you got Tame Impala, you got who else on there? You got like names on there that people
Raekwon.
Raekwon, you know what I'm saying? You got like
You
names
got
like
Christian,
that.
yeah, Raekwon. You got Jermaine. I love his voice,
You feel
Jermaine.
me? You got
I
them
love
names
me
on
and
there.
Isaiah. You got Gigs from the UK, the most respected man in the music business. You know what I'm saying? Like real, like people like Rihanna and Drake. You know, dying to be on that album. You know what I'm saying? Not even dying to be on the album, but they really love the album too. Like Rihanna, for instance, like she's like Bebey was like her favorite song to wake up to at one point.
Really?
I remember she was on an Instagram live, and I had used this with the artist. I took Rihanna's Instagram live singing my song word for word, and I made a video like as a promo video for when the album was coming out. And I'm my 3D character. I'm looking at my phone, and Rihanna's like singing to me, and I put my phone in my pocket. And I get on my bike and I start driving to LA. That was like a promo that I did. Another promo was me and Virgil going to the Metropolitan Museum, and we saw like the boots that we created 20 years ago, like at the museum, and we both looked at each other and like I stole the boots. That was another one. Yeah, we had a few, man. You know, I just love the album Rollout. I was telling IDK like I love that he has a Game Boy and his own game as a rollout. You know, with his guest outfit. Like it's like we turning up. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of me doing the Off-White shit. It reminds me of the vinyl, the pandemic moves. Like you know what I'm saying? Performing for the Levi's live stream. Just like the Off-White moves, everything I've been doing, the movie that's about to come out with Off-White, the collection that just came out with them. It's just all been moves, you know. So I'm excited.
Nah, for sure. I was gonna say, I mean, by the way, I was about to say, Blue. You had Blue on the album. Which shout out to Blue. Blue's a very fire rapper. He was on the I Want You mixtape back in the
Oh
day.
yeah,
So,
Blue. Yeah, what? Yeah,
yeah. So
I'm like Blue.
yeah, not Baby, but yeah, Blue back there. So shout out to that right there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I really think that that was one of my favorites, and I guess kind of transitioning into today. I don't even know if this song is officially out, but I seen it was on YouTube somehow. The Trini Boy Summer song,
Yeah.
is I guess it's unlisted.
Trini Boy Summer is. Oh yeah, it got unlisted on my new label, Secretly Canadian.
Hey, I still
Yeah.
still find a way to heard it.
So yeah, I'm coming back to the party with Secretly Canadian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm really secretly Canadian by way of Trinidad. But yeah, man, my label was like, listen, that's too hot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna re-release that. So Trini Boy Summer officially releases on the 21st of July.
Bro, if they
And
push that right, that's a hit. That's a hit. If you push that right,
yeah,
that's a hit.
oh, thank you. No, it's a hit regardless. But shit, you think what, top 20 or top 50 or top 100?
I think that can be. I'm not a billboards nigga. Not gonna hold you. Don't look at the billboards like that. But I do think that that's one of them things that I feel like that can get that. You know that song? It blew up a couple years ago. It was right before the pandemic. I think it's called Joanna. That Joanna.
Yeah.
I think it could have that type of potential.
The thing is that it just starts off very slow, like the world. It starts off with Jermaine, and then it goes into my boy Biako. And then me and Jahari sing the hook beautifully. Then I do the rapping parts with my cousin. There's so many voices on it. I don't think people are going to associate that with me just yet. But this is just a fun single. Like, I'm not looking for this to be a hit. I'm not looking for this to be like, oh, Theo failed his first shot. I mean, if people want to look at it like that, that's fine. That's their score. I'm just trying to throw something fun out. And I know that's cliche to say, but like, this is just a early taster, a tester. If it was up to me, this is not like... the album has not been turned in yet. I mean, I'm a couple days away from turning it in, but this is just a startup single. This is because I put the soundtrack on my Off-White shit, and this song was so hot, the label was like, yo, let's do it. Like, it makes sense. You the Trini boy. Like, it makes sense. This is a great follow-up to start with your new secretly family from the Bebey LP. This is like reminiscent, but you're deep. I'm digging deeper. I have the Trini accent on there. I send it to a bunch of Trini girls. Like, I'm still into the old school rollout, sending it to DJs, and so like I'm breaking it before it happens. I'll be showing up in New York City September 22nd to perform my homecoming show. It's gonna be Trini flags everywhere. The Trini Boy Summer video is being shot Monday, Tuesday, I believe. So yeah, the lyric video, we had to take it down just so we could hit him with the full package. You don't have to get it from me anymore. That's what I'm excited. It's like I'm gonna just wake up and get it. And it's like, when you see Tyler the Creator, you don't got to get it from him anymore. It's like you can get it. So that's cool. Bebey was to make sure, for my fans that have been loving me all these years, they want to see me, strive to be successful, to be the biggest thing in the world, like they believe me to be. Or maybe they want me to just be their favorite couch artist. Who knows? But, this is my season. This is my campaign to make that possible for everyone that's been a fan for so long. Even get my own Jordan at some point. Been a fan for so long. So shout out to those people, man. I'm gonna cater to them first. I know who everyone is just from the energy, and I'm gonna know who the new people are. But we're gonna all be a big family together. So it's really nice to hear you say something like that about my new song, because, like I said, we didn't plan this shit.
Oh, the Caribbean people gonna love it. I think that hook, take it over the hill with that. Tell me if I'm communicating, honey. That's that one right there. I think that could be that one. And I honestly think, bro, this interview can go forever, but I don't even want to keep it too long. I think, how about this? I think that when you start doing the official rollout, I want to come back.
Boy Summer.
That's fire. That's fire.
Trini Boy Summer, baby.
I want to do a part 2 when you rolling out, and we could talk some more. Is that cool?
Cool. Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay, so before we get out of here, it's how I want to roll it out. So the summertime is hitting, and like I said, you know how to put that shit on. So hey, what should a nigga be wearing this summer, bro? What's the drip for this summer?
See.
I seen you posted a big ass receipt on your story yesterday, like 700. So I was like, let me ask this nigga, what should I put on this summer, man?
Yeah, nah, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you got some very, very good shorts, you know what I'm saying, to relax your legs. Let's see. Make sure you're smelling good. Make sure make sure you got the good self-care. So if you're gonna spend a check, make sure you first go to the healthcare store to get some good facial stuff, get some masks. So while you texting and while you getting on your hot boy summer shit, you moisturizing. And then I would say just some good white tees, some good bandanas for the sweat, some good underwear, some shorts. You don't really need too much, man, because it's all about your heart. It's all about you being enthusiastic for whatever you're enthusiastic about, and that's all that matters.
For sure, man. Anything else you got to say before we get out of here, man?
I appreciate you reaching out and let's I'm looking forward to talking again, brother. Thank you so much for all the support.
For sure. For the people watching right now, I appreciate that. Until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, and y'all holla at your boy. And